Alrighty then. I bring you the first in the Torment series of Round Robin Are You Gaming Tournament. Our first entry is Croc versus mrxak. So let's see. Now the first edition. Oh shoot, I forgot my replay protection. I gotta turn on my replay protection. I'll just pretend no one saw that. Let's try that again. So let us begin. The mrxak, Croc, Zerg versus Zerg. The first in casting, no doubt one of the last in... no, these were actually fairly active there. But this series will not be casted in the order of recording. It will be casted in order of greatest suspense, courtesy of IC's organization. We've got a pool first for Croc, and no pool for Zach yet. He's going for the hatch first. This is so exciting, the first minute of the game where you can't see or really talk about anything. Look at the workers. Look at the workers. Chew the minerals. So Zach's expansion is churning along there. Croc's spawning pool is about to pop. And Croc runs out with a worker to start an expansion just as he should be building Zerglings. Zerglings? Yes? Zerglings? Yes, Zerglings. But why an expansion? Why no gas? Now he's not going for a speedling rush. Apparently just a delayed expansion early Ling defense. Unscouted, doesn't know what the fuck Zach is doing. Croc? Well, as the audience may not know, Croc among our community is the one that plays the least, and that is definitely showing in this case. Croc now getting his geysers up. And he does have an inject churning on the hatch. But he's not filling his geysers. He's got one worker on gas, and now he's moving out with his lings that he's had forever. Why? Zach does see the lings moving out and responds with a spine crawler in his hat, and a spine crawler in his natural, and 2 spines in his main. So any aggression from Croc is going to be immediately shut down. No economic activity at Croc's natural. Still no gas from Croc. Dude, I kind of want to fast forward this because it's a foregone conclusion. Zach wins. The GG should happen as soon as Croc sees the damn spine crawler. He has no economy, no units. There's absolutely no chance. He should give up right now. Oh look, he put a second worker in gas. If I stare really hard at this drone, it'll do something. It'll do something. Pay no attention to the Zergling rush coming from Zach. Not a rush, but the Zergling attack coming from Zach into Croc's natural. This drone is the key to Croc's success. Oh, some Zerglings in response. So Croc manages to hold the very anemic aggression from Zach. Let's go back to watching this here drone. Oh look, another worker was put in here, but not this one. Another worker in each of the geysers, but not this one. Oh, finally! Finally! He goes back to work. He goes into the geyser that he was furthest away from. Okay, it's something. Fine. Meanwhile, back at Zach's base, we still have no Zergling speed. No gas over here. Second spine at the expansion. Roach Warren and Glare going up. Looks like he's going for his snowball, but he's got a geyser that he hasn't filled. And I don't see a hatchery underway. Hatchery. Hydralisk Den. Maybe that requires the lair. I don't play Zerg. I don't fucking know. Let's find out. Yeah, it requires the lair. So he's definitely going up for a Hydralisk Roach push, but only on 2 base. This is uncharacteristic from what I've seen previous. But clearly Croc is not really much of a threat, given more empty geysers. Unsupported natural. No speed lings. Lair coming up, and multiple queued up resource. Oh my goodness. This ground carapace upgrade is not doing any good right now. That's resources that could be spent elsewhere. Speaking of spending, let's just take a look at Croc's spending. Oh my god, what a shit show. Croc looking to press out with some lings and a walking spine crawler, which I might add has no defensive value unless it is burrowed. Finally, there's Zergling speed at last. Croc's got a nice cluster of lings, but there's really not much he can do with it against anything. Can't even really be said to have map control because these spines are going to clean that shit right up. How old is this game? This must have been long before Zach started practicing. This must actually be one of the first games in the series, because Zach plays a hell of a lot better than this. Croc should be dead 2 minutes ago. Croc going for Banelings. Okay, fine, that's something. Oh, and he did get these geysers filled up. Good, good. A spore on the front line? So that the ground units that come in kill the spore first? And the expansion is completely open to air units. Air units? Why is the spore here? I really don't know what to say with this game. This is just ridiculously long. It should not take this long. Croc is now upgrading 1-1. Note, the upgrades are both going at the same time. We're not looking at wasted resources like we were looking at over here. But the ground carapace is now underway. Looks like Croc got the Baneling speed upgrade, so at least these are going to reach their target before they die. Zach with the worker transfer to the third. No aggression from either player. Just kind of a staring match. Zach now realizes Croc may be going for a third. Will he capitalize on that? Will he scout? Scouting would be good. He does have Zerglings in all these bases, but he still has little idea what Croc is actually doing. The last he saw, there were a couple of spines and an expansion and some idle geysers, because those geysers sat idle for quite some time. I hear Hydralisks spawning over here. And just 2? Just 2? Come on, people, spend. Spend. I'm not one to talk. I can't spend to save my life, but spend. Ravager, okay. Ravager is valid. Are you going to kill him now? Is Croc going to go something? This is a lot of units. It's definitely a lot of units. Let's go to the units tab, see how many units. 26 Banelings, 58 Zerglings. 17 roaches for Mr. Zach, which should pretty much absorb all of that. He does spot the Banelings coming in and does a nice split here. So this should limit the densely packed nature of his army and limit the damage that the banelings do when they blow up. He's even going to have a little more advanced warning thanks to this creep tumor. Croc's attacking rocks initially is bad. Okay, here we go. Push comes in, the banelings blow up. Big ol' nasty damage, but Mr. Zak can re-up right away. And Croc just doesn't have the larva to recreate the army that he just had. So here comes the death push, which is going to go after Croc's third first. Okay, I guess I can't blame him for that. It's going to be the most important base Croc has in a normal game when you actually use the third base. Croc now spawning some mutalisks, but not nearly enough to handle all these hydras. Mutas will get completely cleaned up thanks to the hydras. And we're going to move up to the frontline spore crawler. This is going to be the real show right here. The spore is going to make this defense because it is on the front line. Look at it doing the work against the one mutalist that Mr. Zak brought in. Another Zergling swarm knocked out by this wall of roaches. Finally, the unannounced GG. I'm sure there was a GG after this game. Oh my dear. And that's the first in our series of Are You Gaming? Round Robin Torment. Join us next time, or save yourself for the... Oh god. God, I gotta turn it off. Oh god. No. Make it stop.